Hey guys, still here and welcome back to Taskmaster Tuesday. Before we kick this one off, I would like to ask you to subscribe to the channel. About 50 to 60% of people who watch these videos are not subscribed yet, and subscribing really does help my channel out. So if you're not subscribed yet, and you might not be even though you think you are, just check. Scroll down to below the video and hit the subscribe button. Now, for today's scenario, it's a trap. We are making a bit of a mistake. Naval Intelligence has determined an enemy convoy of 6 troop transports with an escort of 4 light cruisers and 2 heavy cruisers will be moving out of the protection of air cover. Your battlecruiser is to intercept and sink the convoy, or at least that was your mission. You are considered to have successfully completed the mission if you were out of range of enemy weapons, because what we have thought to be a convoy is in fact a battle group. It's 2 battleships, 4 heavy cruisers, and 6 destroyers. So we think we're going to take down a couple of transports, but this battle group is going to fight back. And we were at 10,000 meters when we spotted the mistake. So this is going to cause all sorts of trouble. The catch for this mission is to run away. You are considered to have run away successfully if you were out of range of enemy weapons, which, depending on the type of battleship that this Japanese AI is going to build, could be as much as 35 to 40 kilometers. If they go for the large 18-inch guns with, I think, super heavy shells and maybe cordite propellant, then they might hit 40. If you are out of weapons range, you can end the scenario here and you receive points equal to the remaining structural integrity of your ship. So the best score is 100, and it's only going to go down from there. If you are sunk, then you lose. So that's straightforward. However, in case we are all sunk, your score is how long you managed to survive, according to the in-game clock. So if, let's say, History Guy Gaming and Spartan, they both survive at 75%, but History Guy was able to do it faster, then, he was English. He was able to survive longer, then his score is going to be higher. I don't find that to be particularly likely. Now, the challenge is going to be to build a ship that's fast, because I really want to get away from them. That's able to withstand some hits, and at the same time maybe dish out some damage, although nothing too serious. There is no prerequisite for the type of armament that the ship is or is not allowed to have. So I can go with any kind of a battlecruiser, and that's going to give me a lot of fun. I'm going to go with Unlock All, and this means that everything is unlocked, all nations' hulls for your selected year for your fleet. So I can pick any kind of battlecruiser now. I'm not sure if there are that many different hulls available. We have a few. I'm looking for the best hull form. I think the 120 modern battlecruiser would do it. The rest, 125 battlecruiser 5. The hull form is going to allow it to have more speed, if I'm not mistaken, or at least achieve that speed easier. Top speed 44. Top speed still 44. This is going to take 24,000 out of 40,000 tons. This is going to take 22,000 tons, but we're still too big. Now see, this is already where you start with decision making. Because arguably, if you have a small ship, 37,000 tons, then you're presenting yourself as a smaller target. But in case of a battlecruiser, it doesn't really matter that much. Another thing to take in mind is torpedoes. Not so much mine, but theirs. And the problem lies in that if they have torpedoes and I want to turn away, then you really don't want to have a barge this big, because my turning circle is 1,726 meters. Whereas if I go for 37,000, it's still long at 1,429 meters, but it's quite a bit less. Turning slow down. Is that better or worse? 5% loss of speed. 40% loss of speed? Good God. So this thing, the Battlecruiser 5, cuts through the waves pretty well. It's a long hull, not too wide. But the problem is that it is so long. It's going to create a fairly stable platform, but it also will turn like a brick. It is not maneuverable. Another road to take is to go for maximum resistance. Resistance, as far as I understand it, is a, let's say, a flat modifier to the amount of damage that you can take. 77, 7, 75, 80, 68. See, this thing slows down a hell of a lot more, but at least it's more survivable. 89 resistance on the large cruiser. Really? Turning slowdown 23%. How fast? 44 knots. Can they all do 44 knots? Yeah. That's just where they top out. 44 knots. Resistance here is fairly low. 60, 80, 85, 89. I'm going to go with the large cruiser. We're going to go with maximum speed. That's going to have to be provided by gear turbines, oil, forced boilers, maximum engines, and maximum shaft. Krupp armor. Range not important. Bulkheads are. Yeah, this really doesn't help that much. See, my visibility range stays currently at 8,500. 9,903. Yeah, it doesn't change. It's just how tall your superstructure is. So I'm building something that's supposed not to get hit. Visibility 10,908. 10,954. The secondary tower is quite large. It's probably because of that large mast that it has. This one also has a mast, but it's not as tall. And the whole thing is lighter, so I'll go with that. Survivability. All of it. The last thing that I want to have happen is that I get torpedoed. All or nothing armor scheme, maximum anti-flood. I am already looking at 26,000 out of 30,000 tons. And that does not bode well. Funnel efficiency, 61. Oh no. Okay, I don't like to do it, but we have to increase the size on this ship. Otherwise, it just won't fit. %100% engine efficiency. Oh, damn. I still have to add main guns. The last thing that I want to try and do is pick a fight. So I'll pick the smallest guns that I can. Because the guns are not essential. Sure, I was sent to go out and take these guys down. But this is a Taskmaster ship. It doesn't have to be serious. The radar... No, I don't care about radar. What I do care about is armor. The ship is supposed to be running away as quickly as I can. Surviving with the maximum structural integrity that I can. Secondary armor is not important because I don't have any. I think belt and belt extended hits are going to hurt the most. Briefly. But these are probably the most devastating ones, because the farther I get, the more difficult it becomes to hit the ship. So if I go with a bit more belt armor, I might be able to survive for a little while longer. I'm also thinking of just flunking a couple of torpedo launchers onto the deck, because those can potentially hinder the enemy. And if they, by chance, take out a battleship, then I would be all the happier. 24-inch might be a bit much. 21s? Yes. Electric runners. No, that's too heavy. Okay, so it's a weird battlecruiser. Really weird build. Does it matter if I maximize it or not? Because it does allow me a few more torpedoes. You know what? Fuck it. Why not? Let's just go with a few more launchers. He said, and he plunked down another 15 torpedo tubes. Oh, no, I can't do that. I cannot go for another one. We have a broadside salvo of 30 torps. Just how long those torpedoes are going to remain effective, that's anybody's guess. Because I don't really expect those to last very long. This is the brave Sir Robin. Because that's what we're going to do. Okay. What did the Japanese cast for me? Hold. Okay, we are already running away. The heavies, these are the heavy cruisers. Ha! Rookie numbers. Few torpedo launchers per side. They have a few ships that are already opening up. Cruisers, and the battleships are over there. Torpedo range, 12.7. That barely puts that thing in torpedo range. I'm gonna hit the cruisers. I'm gonna wait until all the torpedoes are away, and then I'm gonna turn tail and run the fuck away. Alright, bye. Bye. I'm out of here. My accuracy is dreadful. Well, actually it's not. 36%? What are these, Mark 5s? Yeah. I thought they were never going to hit anything, because I don't have a rangefinder. I do not know what the range is to the target. Well, I mean, I can tell it's 11 clicks, but that's all. And I don't have a radar either. Oh, did we dump more torps? Yeah, few. Here in the wake. That's actually not a terrible idea. Just zigzag a little. Because that also makes me harder to hit. Yep, more torps are being dumped into the water. Perfect. Now, we are currently at 11 clicks out. The battleships do appear to be chasing me. But hopefully not terribly quickly. At least they won't be doing 44 knots. Which is the speed that the brave Sir Robin is doing. We've got a large screen of torpedoes going this way. It looks like one of the cruisers might be turning directly into it. And then we got a couple of salvos there. Well, lots of them. Are we really going to see this cruiser take a hit? Or are they going to be too good at that? At avoiding that? Range 15. It looks like we're outside of the range of the cruisers. No, they're still firing. Something detected the torps. Yes, but is something going to be in time to do something about that? These torpedoes, since they were launched at the incoming battleships, might hit. And still have 120 torpedoes left. Not sure where we're storing all of those, but I guess in the place where you'd normally store armaments for secondaries and such. It looks like the battleships are actually turning right into the way of the torpedoes. Oh! Holy shit! Somebody's having a really bad day back here. How did you survive that many torps? There's the smoke screen, so there's the destroyer. Please be a minimum... Oh! Please be a minimum bulkhead ship. Because then I might actually sink you. Believe it or not. Is he going to detect it? Yeah, he detected it. Well, I can't spot anybody. So my torpedoes, in a way, are my detection. Because I can sort of see what... Oh, hold on. Here. I can sort of see which torpedo is going to hit. Stop trying to hit me. Ooh, hello. 116 and 159. These were 21-inch torpedoes. They have at least a belt 3, I think. Anti-torpedo belt 3. Maybe even a 4. The rudder's been repaired immediately. There's another 2 hits. That's what you get with a migrating shoal of torpedoes. You gotta keep out of their range. Don't interrupt the torpedoes when they're mating. And don't hit the brave Sir Robin as it's running away. Speed still 44 knots. Can we see where that fire's coming from exactly? This is the range of the 9... hold on. Here. 18 clicks out. We're still being shot at. Oh, I have to contain myself not to turn around and actually try and torpedo the guys again. Now, you could argue that this is not the ship that would have actually engaged the formation, then that would have actually sunk the convoy as we initially ID'd it, as 4 light cruisers, 2 heavies, and 6 troop transports. But hey, this is Taskmaster, and if there are loopholes in the rules, then you can bet your ass that at least one of us is going to try and use those. And this time around, it might be me. There's still incoming shells. I have been hit once with a 9-inch gun, which barely did anything. Structural is 100. And I'm thinking that the battleships... Oh, hold on. Something lost sight of me. At 15 minutes. I wonder... Oh, no, those were already airborne. Hold on. Yeah, I'm calling it there. 15 minutes. That's how long it took me to get out of range. 15 minutes at 100% structural integrity. So I'd say task complete. Because I'm no longer receiving incoming shells. So 15 minutes and 100% structural integrity. Now, of course, that's not what I'm going to leave you with. Because now that I've completed the task, I might try and have some fun. Again, I don't have a rangefinder, I don't have a radar, but I do have 120 torpedoes. So that will allow me to at least try and deal some damage. And at this point, the brave Sir Robin might get attacked and damaged. It would be unfortunate if she blows up in a fireball, but it's all part of the game. It's all part of the risk of trying to go in and... try and still get my revenge. Oh, see, there we go. Get my revenge in on the battleships. 16-inch guns. Okay. I don't know exactly where they are. Ah, hello. Ooh, you got flooded pretty bad. Pretty bad indeed. Turrets are slowly turning around. Why do I always get that sort of weird ocean thing? Here, F11, screenshot. Boom, layer. I don't know. Anyway, I have battleships to sink and torpedoes to launch. Let's turn. You think a 9-inch is going to impress that battleship? I think you might be disappointed, shall we say. With the potential results. Disappointed. I have once again spotted what I believe is a battleship, not a battlecruiser, but the game doesn't quite know yet. 78. The other one also got torped a bit. Considering that they're not really doing that much to pump out the water, I'd say an anti-flood 2. Something to that tune. Now my torpedoes have a range of 12.7, which means I am in range. ID 86. Yes, we did 0.2 damage. Look at that. Torpedo tubes, port side, prepare to engage. That bounced right off the bow of the Sir Robin. This is a dangerous part. Screw it. Send it. Alright, let's hope that that'll keep the battleship occupied for a little. Do we have full ID? We do. Okay. What is this? This is the Katsuragi, which has anti-torp 3, called it, and anti-flood 3. I was mistaken there. Anti-flood 2 is what I said. Reduced ammo shells, super heavy shells, electric reloading, advanced hydraulic turrets, sonar 3, generation 1 radar, coincidence rangefinder 5, and 23-inch torpedoes, no less. We also have the formation of heavy cruisers, which are also in range. And there's a destroyer in front. I don't really find the cruisers to be particularly scary. They're 9-inch guns, as we have seen, because I got hit at some point. Just a lot of them. And I doubt they'll fire those torpedoes in my direction, especially since that DD of theirs is in the way. Now, do I want to try and engage them? Or the battleship? Screw it. We're going to go for the heavy cruisers. Brave Sir Robin, we're going to try to turn starboard. And aggressively launch those torpedoes. Starboard set should be ready. Go on, you're in range, right? Yeah, you're in range. Damage to the secondary tower. Torpedoes! Thank you. Now I have to veer all the way back to port. And make sure that I more or less continue on my original path. Otherwise I'm going to pull those battleships and heavy cruisers off of their intended course. And that means no torpedo hits. I'm suddenly down to 60 torps. That's what happens when you launch torpedo salvos of 30 torps. This wall of skill of mine is approaching the Katsuragi. I kind of doubt it's going to do much. Anti-torp 3 is pretty serious. Come here. The thing is, though, the ship might not have that much that it can do to maneuver away. It has a damaged engine, and it has a bit of flooding going on. Well, it had a flooded compartment. The heavy cruisers... Oh, you did torpedo me! You sneaky fucks. Okay. Let's turn. Katsuragi is probably aware of the torpedoes at this point. But now it's too late. She is going to get hit regardless of where she goes. And with a turning circle of 530 meters, which is pretty impressive for a battleship, even that won't save her. Now the second wall of skill is over here. And that might blow a torpedo, or, well, torpedo cruiser out of the water. Sonar 3, though. Turning circle, 563. Which means that the Katsuragi, the battleship, actually turns faster and in a shorter period of time than the cruisers. Some of these torps might still hit the Iwami, the other battleship. Katsuragi is flooding in quite a few compartments. It's a tough ship. It's a pretty tough ship. I'm not sure if this is going to go through. Also, it's a big ship. 77,900 tons. Iwami also got torped. 1, 2, 3, 4 compartments flooding. Battleship Katsuragi still flooding. 35. 34. 33. Wow. No way. Wall of skill approaching the last cruiser in that formation. Katsuragi down to 23. I lost line of sight to the cruisers. Or, well, I lost sight of the cruisers. The battleship is down to 16%. Oh yeah. Are we gonna get you? That would be just the cherry on top. Hello, cruiser. 6 torps. I didn't... Oh, there goes the heavy cruiser. I didn't quite catch what their torpedo protection was, but it's probably not good enough. Alright. We are not done yet with the Japanese fleet that we have ahead of us. There might not be too much of them left. I mean, they still have 2 heavy cruisers, a severely heavily damaged battleship. Down to 11% flooding. Or, well, buoyancy rather. More like 89% flooding. You're gonna try and fall in behind your brother. Or, well, sister, technically. Yep. Haha. Now who's the brave Sir Robin? Turning tail and running away. Oof. That is not a healthy list for a ship right there. That is not a healthy condition. Speed must be seriously reduced. They could do 23. They're now doing 13. And I think they might still be slowing. But it takes a while for something that heavy to slow down. Heavy cruiser. Anti-torp 3. Okay, bulkheads, standard. Bulkheads on these things. Many. Wow. We're able to go through many bulkheads. I like it. Even even the heavy cruisers are in retreat. This is one of those instructions unclear, dick stuck in blender conditions. You're supposed to run away, and instead I sink 2 heavy cruisers, and I'm pretty well on my way to sinking a battleship. Which is, well, it's twice as heavy as my own ship. 77,900 versus my own 37,000. Yeah. I am sorry, my dear Japanese fleet. I might have misidentified you, but that does not mean that you're going to survive this encounter. Why is this battleship still flooding? Oh, it finally stopped. It's down to 3%. Oh, shit. Finally, their cruisers are actually getting their torpedoes to come close to me. Unfortunately, they're maneuvering pretty badly, so it's going to be difficult to hit. Their battleship, the Iwami, the other one that I want to hit, is too far away for my torps. My plan is to use the port launcher against the Iwami. You could argue it's overkill, but there is no such thing as overkill in war. Port launchers in Katsuragi. Starboard launchers on the Iwami. Go aggressive. Torp when we're ready. Go, 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 go. Go! Torp! Yes. Now we're gonna fully turn out. Turn starboard, maximum. Other torpedoes on the Iwami. Whoever gets caught in the middle is unlucky and is gonna have to face the consequences. The Iwami, however... Ooh, I'm not sure if I can hit that. See, I'm pretty sure I can hit the Katsuragi because she's still doing a pretty steady course. With 2 damaged engines and damaged rudder and a mostly flooded ship, she's not likely to survive anything. Screw it, just torp him. Alright, that's the last salvo. Now I can safely, well... Now I can disengage. I'm not sure if it's going to be safely. The ship has taken some serious damage. I'm down to 64% and 96 structural. I'm fully expecting the death of the Katsuragi at the hands of all these torpedoes. Do torpedoes have hands? I don't know. Sorry, it's late. Where is the other salvo? Goodbye. That's 1. Actually, that's 3. I did 13,000 damage versus 1,000 that they did to me. I swear I sent out another salvo of torpedoes. Brave Sir Robin's over here. She can still achieve 33 knots. And I have no idea where my torpedoes are. Has anybody spotted my torps? No, they're pretty slow. 36 knots. So that means that my torpedoes are actually slower than the ship. I'm heading away at good speed. I'm here. I torped generally in that direction. Oh! Oh! Oh, never mind. Right. I think I was supposed to head a heavy cruiser over there. But the heavy cruiser decided to go in a completely different direction. Oh well. What's the accuracy in the battleship? About 7.5%. The heavy cruiser, I just can't tell because they just went out of range. Or at least visual range. That's what you get if you're sailing around without a radar rangefinder. Or, well, any rangefinder for that matter. I cannot see anything. Anyway, I would say job was done in 15 minutes with 100% structural integrity. So now it is up to the other guys. How did they do? Links to those down below in the description, and I look forward to seeing how they achieved their results. I wouldn't be surprised if at least one of them also figured a similar tactic to this and decided to also go the way of the torpedo boat. But we shall see. And I hope you guys do too. Check out the links down below in the description and have some fun watching the other guys as well. Thank you for watching this Taskmaster Tuesday. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next week for another one.